Okay, this is Dan Dorfman, investigator for District Attorney's Office, Los Santos. This is regarding the attempted murder of a peace officer that occurred at Redline, the state versus Coco Kale. Sir, do you first of all acknowledge that this is being recorded and that we have your consent to record this official statement?
I do.
And for the record, could you please state your name and your occupation?
My name is Derek White, and I'm a senior trooper in the state police.
Thank you, Mr. White. And your badge number, please?
250.
Thank you, sir. And could you raise your right hand, please? And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. And you understand that making any false statements at this point in time could subject you to penalties of perjury?
I understand.
All right. And lastly, you understand that you do have the right to have an attorney present should you wish, or to refuse to answer any of my questions. You understand that, right?
I do.
All right. All right. Then, Mr. White, why don't you take me through? I understand you were the. Why don't you take me through this incident then that happened here on December 13th, 2018?
Well, I was at a red line talking to folks that I know, and I was waiting for Nexus to come pick me up from red line because we are supposed to have a talk. That's when Miss Kale showed up. Approached us, started talking to me, and she uttered the words of, "Did you tell everybody you were dating?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, the whole entire city thinks so." And I said, "Well, they're wrong, and you can tell them otherwise." That's when she grabbed her knife and stabbed me once before leaving the scene. That's all I can remember, really.
And Mr. Trooper White, were you on duty at the time or off duty?
I was off duty.
And have you ever had contact officially with Miss Kale?
Can you elaborate more? What do you mean by
Sure.
that exactly?
So what I mean is, as part of your official duties as a state trooper, when you were on duty, did you ever have any? Did you ever make any arrests of Miss Kale, or have any police contact with her? I'm not talking about personal contact. You have. So, would there be any doubt in Miss Kale's mind that you were a peace officer?
I don't believe so.
Okay. And can you approximately how many times did you have contact with her? Do you know, in an official capacity?
A lot. Too many times to count my fingers, to be quite honest with you, Mr.
Okay.
Dorfman. I've arrested at least 4 or 5 times for
All right,
distribution of multiple CDS.
Yeah, so you've arrested her 4 or 5 times, so she would have understood that you were a police officer.
Correct, sir.
All right. Okay, and do you know the type of knife that she utilized at the time? Was it kind of like a kitchen knife, or some sort of army knockoff, switchblade? Do you recall?
I believe it's going to be a bayonet. One of those things you can get from the ammunition store. A knocked off version of the military one.
Like a military kind of military knife, something like you could put in your boot, or something like that. Okay. All right. And then you did lose consciousness at the
I did.
Okay.
According to the nurses and the doctors.
Was there anyone else that you were aware that was around that would have ever heard your conversation while you were there at Redline?
Miss Kate I don't know her first. I don't know her last name. Maybe Kate Cohen. Dante Wolf. That's the only people that come to my mind.
All right. And was Trooper Nexus there also in an off-duty capacity?
He was. He was getting his car fixed inside.
All right. He was getting his car fixed inside, and then, but you do not remember seeing him as this incident was taking place.
I don't remember seeing or talking to Nexus at Red Line, but that's what he told me afterwards.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anything else of? Is there any reason? I mean, what reason did she have to stab you? Just because you were refusing some advances, or do you have a personal relationship
No.
with her in another capacity?
I believe the reason why she was 1 second, Chris. I believe the reason why she stabbed me because I was spreading rumors and lies about her, and she wanted to keep her street cred. Therefore, a stabbing of me in front of a lot of people would prove that.
I see. Did she contact you and ask you to come to Redline?
No, I think she just happened to be there. Same time I have.
Okay, so it was a chance encounter. She had no idea that you were on the way. You didn't have any previous conversations with her or text messages with her.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Does Trooper Nexus have a relationship with her? Friendship or by any chance?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So he wouldn't have contacted her and said, hey, we're going to Redline.
I don't believe so.
All right. Okay, great. I think that's all that the questions that I have then. I had a feeling that was going to be short and sweet. Let me go ahead and turn the recording off. Anything else?
Thank you, Mr. Dorfman.
Yeah.
No, nothing else. That's pretty much it. If there's anything else comes up along the way, you let me know. I'll do my best to help out.
Yeah, sure thing.